It's YouTube. We're live.
Wow.
You get to see our YouTube family. Herbie's been live on Facebook a lot, and we haven't been on YouTube in a long time.
Okay.
And everybody always asks me, under random videos that have nothing to do with you, they'll be like, well, how's Herbie? Like, I'll be on with someone else, they'll be like, how's Herbie? So I always say Herbie's great, but you can tell them how you are.
Okay.
How are you?
People ask me how I am on a scale of 1 to 10, and I tell them I'm an 11.
Tell them why some of our YouTube family members are new. So Herbie's my dad, and Herbie went organic vegan, anyway, organic food, mindful eating about 4 years ago.
Correct.
Like at 85. And he's lost, tell them what happened after you did that. All the good things.
All the good things.
Yeah.
Well,
Jonathan,
I owe it to Dara to encourage me to eat the good food. And I'm about 85–90% organic vegan raw. And I'm in my own apartment. I make my own smoothies for breakfast with 3 greens and 3 fruits. I have about 7 or 8 vegetable raw for lunch. And then in the evening, it's a mixed bag depending on whether I'm eating at the Cafe Gratitude, which is organic, gluten-free restaurant, which happens to be in the same building where I'm living, which makes it very convenient.
I told you landed in an amazing spot. When you came here with your 2 little green suitcases after dear mommy passed away, and we love her and we miss her, and I said, Herbie, we miss her, we love her. She's with us.
Well, I talk to her some
too.
evenings,
Aww.
you know, and mostly she listens.
Hi from Oklahoma City. So basically Herbie moved out here with 2 little suitcases and just did his thing. And you didn't know how great it was where you landed until...
No, it took a little while, all of maybe 3 weeks.
Right, and tell them what happened when you started eating this way, like what pain went away and all that stuff. Because not everybody knows you. Most everybody knows you and loves you, but there's new family members.
Okay.
Welcome to you guys.
I had 3 main areas of pain, which goes with most seniors. And I had arthritis, a little in my arms, my elbow, shoulder, and I had spinal stenosis on my back, hard walking, and I had carpal tunnel on my left hand that it would go to sleep for a long, long time.
And you had a really hard time walking more than 2 houses.
Well, that was the spinal stenosis.
Hey, Kelsey.
I was... when I walked the dogs that we didn't have, that belonged to other people, because the dogs are sniffing, and so every 2 houses they would stop, which is what I normally was doing then.
What you needed to do, so it was okay.
It was a camouflage.
Hi, Kelsey. I know you meant Dara and Herbie. So your pain went away. He's like on fire. Danny, my brother, said, how's Herbie? And I'm like, no, he said, Herbie always sounds so great. He loves you. He loves California. He loves his life. I'm like, Herbie seems like he's high. You're like the happiest person.
I'm high because it's a beautiful part. Everyone's life is like a book. And the chapters that I'm living now are just, you know, I'm living a book, you know. And it's a book that's full of knowledge. And it's a book filled with a lot of love. And in fact, I sort of, because my first name is Herbie, and Herbert, from the movie picture about the Volkswagen, I'm Herbie the Love Bug.
Yeah.
And in fact, there's so many young ladies both at the juice bar, the Moon Juice, and at Cafe Gratitude to give me hugs that I was considering getting a petition going and changing the name from Venice, California to Hugsville, California.
That's adorable. Well, I made a great salad. I made a really beautiful dinner for us tonight. So this is frisee salad with sprouts. Everybody's saying hello. You have a beautiful heart, Herbie. That's so sweet, Desi. Jonathan's father just got out of surgery to remove lung cancer. We're wishing, he's hoping that he does what you do.
Well, I could inspire him. All I can. It worked for me. It took 6 months for the arthritis to disappear, 6 months for my spinal stenosis, and then a year for the carpal tunnel. And now at 89, well, it's been a couple of years now that I'm pain-free, and it's not a golden age, it's a platinum age.
No, you're having like a party. I know. I see you. Well, and I go places and they're like, oh, you're Herbie's daughter. It's awesome.
Yeah. Well, it's a blessing. It's a privilege. I mean, there's so much to be thankful for.
Sorry, you guys, we have a low power. We only have a couple minutes because my battery's going to run out.
Okay.
So just tell them whatever you want to tell them. Inspire maybe Jonathan's dad, or so many people like you and me want their family members to catch on.
Well, it definitely has to be a commitment. I mean, it's not overnight. You have to have patience, but you got to stick to it. And all I can tell you, based on what's happened to me, I have a born-again body, and
that's amazing.
And it's it's something that whether you believe in a God or not believe in a God or whatever, but there's some kind of force somewhere that I'm breathing the right air, I'm in the right place at the right time,
Shalom,
and my daughter
Herbie.
is so super.
Shalom, Herbie, Joe, and Tammy in Cincinnati. Shalom.
Shalom.
And l'chaim.
L'chaim. Well,
and we love you.
Well, listen, I'm the love bug. I'm happy. I just wish I would be able to, each and every one of you out there, to give you a hug. I mean,
and I wish I could feed you this food that Herbie's about to have. This is part of it. Frisee. I made this guava dressing the other day, guava and soy sauce and olive oil. It's like a fruity, delicious dressing. We have sunchokes in here. Did you ever have a sunchoke? It's like, it's
radish.
The root. No, it's the root of a sunflower. It's so cool. These are radishes.
Oh.
Beautiful carrots from my friend Kenny at Weiser Family Farms. It's the best. You step on his foot and his mouth opens. Herbie is a legend. You're a legend. I love that. Sending you virtual hugs, Herbie and Dara. That's so sweet, Dom. We love you. So let me just tell you what else you're getting. We're gonna have some quinoa, and I sauteed. You love red peppers. He loves colorful food, so I sauteed in coconut oil, kale, dandelion greens, good for your liver. Kale is amazing, with onions and garlic and red peppers and purple peppers. And I made a little lemon squeeze, a little bit of agave, a little salt, and it's a delicious extravaganza to go on top of your quinoa.
One other thing I like to do, because I do have a lot of time, but I have different activities to do. I try to read a book every 2 weeks. Oh
yeah, he's reading a lot. And you were always a reader.
And it's biographies. And there's 3 people I want to tell you about who were.
Okay.
The first one, who's really my hero, is Kirk Douglas, who celebrated his 100th birthday this past December, who has a marvelous, marvelous wife. His name Annie. It's his second marriage. They've been married over 60 years.
Really good.
And yeah.
He wants to eat it. It's not ready, almost.
And then, as a male, to read a book by, all of a sudden I got...
I'm going to help you.
No.
To read a book by Carrie Fisher?
No, that's the third one.
Kirk Douglas. Oh, I know.
What the one you have?
It's, isn't it?
No.
Oh, wait. Who is it?
Diane Keaton.
Yeah, there you go.
For a male... read her. She wrote 2 books. There's so much to help me understand better about what makes most females tick in terms of their what clothes they wear. They have to be the beauty parlor with their they get their nails done, their hair done, and whatever, and to put their best foot forward when they come out of their home, and whether they're just meeting the post office man.
But really, you know what? now we know that the best way to stay young and beautiful is not about hairstyles or facials. Like, it's really about eating this food.
Right.
This is raw fusion. This side is raw food. This side is sauteed. A beautiful for a cool night anywhere. I'm gonna have you take a bite so you can let them know what it's like.
And then the old story is, there was many years ago in the 50s on WOR in the New York, New Jersey area, Creighton Fredericks. And he didn't make up the saying, but he publicized it. You are what you eat. And at that time, of course, there was no such a thing as the GMOs and organic and all. Food was terrific. But today there's so much poison, because in order to get more out of the land, they're using pesticides and different chemicals so that the food isn't attacked by bugs or whatever.
Yes.
And when we get this, which 90% is through regular supermarkets, it's like cigarettes. A rare percentage can tolerate it, but the most people, it's horrible for it. And it's the same way in terms of most of supermarket food, unless it's organic, is a problem. In fact, I had the privilege of sitting in an audience listening to a pediatrician who, they had no proof yet, but in the last 10 years, since the GMOs have started and all, that they're finding the children who are being born certain things have doubled, and they can't find out why. They can't prove it has to do with food, but it's a very strong suspicion. But there's a lot of information on the internet.
Right, we don't want vaccines, we don't want chemicals, we don't want pesticides, we just don't want chemicals, we want this. I'm going to give you a big piece of sauteed garlic. I think it's going to make you very happy. And a little red pepper, hold on. Wait. Okay. I hope it's not hot. And and you could tell them how exciting, if you want to, or not.
This is amazing.
Yay, thank you.
It's good. I'm on the second floor, and it's giving me the nerve to jump off the balcony.
Don't jump anywhere. You don't need to jump, because we need you to eat your food. Everybody's so glad. We're going to read the comments after everybody, because we're going to go eat dinner now.
I'm going to tell you. And then the third book is by Carrie Fisher, who's no relative, but whose father was Eddie Fisher, the singer, and whose mother was Debbie Reynolds, who was a very famous, beautiful Hollywood star in the 50s and the 60s, I think. And but it's a very, very interesting, because she's a very bright woman, but she had problems. But now she just unfortunately passed away, and then a few weeks later her mother passed away.
That's so sad. Yeah. You know what? Enjoy our dinner. Thank you, Desi. Love you, Ani. Love you, Dom. Love you, everybody. We're giving you big hugs and a big bite. Dara, how do you feel eating raw fusion versus all raw? I feel better all raw. We're going all raw except tonight.
I want you to know how blessed I am with this beautiful daughter and the other children that I have that live on the East Coast. And so much to be thankful for. And
so if Herbie can ... and follow Herbie, and Herbie loves you, and Herbie's the love bug, and we love you guys, and we're going to see you really soon.
Bye now.
Bye.